Would the meeting please come to order? This is the March 10th, 2026 special meeting of the Irvine City Council. The time is 3:05. Would the clerk please call the roll?
Councilmember Carroll.
Here.
Councilmember Go.
Here.
Councilmember Liu.
Here.
Councilmember Martinez-Franco.
Here.
Councilmember Treceder.
Here.
Vice Mayor Mai.
Here.
And Mayor Agron.
Here. If you would, Mr. Peterson, our city clerk, if you would take a moment to tell the audience, both here and those who might be participating remotely, as to how they can participate in tonight's or this afternoon's special meeting.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Members of our audience who wish to speak may submit their name into one of the speaker kiosks next to the city clerk or in the main lobby. We also offer the ability to provide live comments via Zoom and submit written comments through our e-comment system. For those who wish to participate virtually, visit zoom.us using any web browser or the Zoom app on smartphones or tablets and enter meeting ID 160-043-4844. The passcode is 272906. You may also dial in by calling 669-254-5252 or 669-216-1590 and entering the same meeting ID and passcode. Those who wish to provide comments via Zoom are asked to enter the speaker queue by raising their hand electronically. The city clerk will call your name and allow you to unmute your microphone at the appropriate time. Those dialing in by telephone will be identified by the last 3 digits of their telephone number. We ask that you please state your name for the record. The time limits per speaker are noted in the posted agenda and are established based on the number of requests submitted. All requests submitted after the first speaker is called shall receive 90 seconds. Those who wish to provide written comments may do so by clicking e-comment on the City Council meeting agenda webpage at cityofirvine.org/ICTV. All comments will be provided to the City Council as part of the meeting record and will be uploaded to the city's website. For technical assistance with Zoom before or during the meeting, please call 949-724-6078. For any other questions or assistance, please contact the City Clerk's office at 949-724-6205 or via email at clerk@cityofirvine.org. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Peterson. Do we have yet any public comment requests?
We do, Mayor. We have 7 requests to speak.
7, all right. We'll keep the portal open, both here and remotely, for a little bit. We will now move to what is the sole item of council business this afternoon. Mr. Peterson, would you please read item 1.1 by title?
Thank you, Mayor. Item 1.1 is consideration of a request by Mayor Agron to discuss support for the immediate opening and inclusive operation of the Be Well Irvine campus.
Thank you. This meeting comes to us in a little bit of an unusual manner. This particular item that is now on this special council meeting agenda was agendized for our regular city council meeting, and it was agendized by Councilmember Treceder with an associated resolution, and then was, after being submitted close to the deadline, it was some days later withdrawn. She had requested it be withdrawn from the agenda. As a practical matter, it seemed to me that, well, there was a concern expressed by Councilmember Carroll that the matter, once on, had been withdrawn, and upon consideration and consultation with the city manager and staff, we thought the best way of handling the matter would be for me to call a special meeting and put it back on the agenda, which I was certainly willing to do as at the request of Councilmember Carroll. That's why it brings this matter to us today. So It appears on the agenda today in the same form that it was submitted originally by Councilmember Treseder. And with that explanation, I'm going to just add two things. One, we will, of course, be taking public comment. Public comment today, however, will be limited to 30 minutes altogether. It sounds as though we're going to be able to accommodate all the public commenters within that time frame. Also, because we have another council meeting that starts at 4 o'clock, we will be adjourning this special meeting at or before 4 o'clock. So with that, I'll turn over this matter to Councilmember Carroll, who can elaborate on what I've described procedurally. Councilmember Carroll.
Great. Thank you, Mayor. First, I just wanted to thank you and really appreciate your accommodation and putting forward this item at today's meeting. The 7 of us up here know this, and for those in the audience and listening, this is really in many ways, this is the mayor's day. This is the city of Irvine's day, where in just a few hours, as you can see from some of the photography equipment and the lights and the reserve signs, that this is our State of the City address day, where our mayor gets to present on all the amazing things that are going on in the greatest city in the United States of America. And the mayor and the city's plans for the year ahead for this great community. So the convention is that we do not normally deal with items of substance. This is an item of substance, and for that I'm grateful to you for accommodating me in putting this on the agenda. So hopefully this will be expeditious and we can move forward. With that, I would just request that, yes, this is a resolution of our city supporting the opening of the Be Well Irvine campus. And I would just go ahead and make a motion to adopt the proposed resolution. And then we can hear from the public speakers, and if anyone has anything to say after that, and we can just take a vote. So with that, I'd like to move the adoption of the proposed resolution.
Is there a second?
I second the motion.
Seconded by Councilmember Betty Martinez-Franco. Go right ahead if you have something
and that
further.
is all. Yeah, I would just, Mayor, if we can go ahead and
All right.
to the public testimony.
I think it might be appropriate at this time just to go straight to the public comments. If any of my colleagues, though, have anything to say at this time before we take public comment, it would be appropriate. Hearing none, seeing no requests. Mr. Peterson, how many are in the queue altogether?
We have 8 requests to speak.
8 requests. All right, why don't we just start calling them? We'll leave the queue open at this time. 8 requests, 3 minutes each. All right, and if there are 2 people who are in the queue for 3 minutes each and they want to combine them to 5 minutes, I get it. We'll try to accommodate that. All right? It leaves a little room for some others to sign on if they wish. All right. Go right ahead.
Thank you, Mayor. If I could call forward Susan Sayer, Margie Wakeham, Lauren Brand, Rabbi Steinberg, Kayla Sotelo, and Dave Cafaro. And we'll start with Ms. Sayer.
Yeah, good afternoon. My name's Susan Sayer, and I'm a longtime Irvine resident. I was an emergency response adult protective social worker for well over 20 years. I thank you, Mayor Agron and Councilmember Carroll, for reinstating Councilmember Treseder's requested agenda item addressing the need for the support of the Be Well Irvine campus. Irvine has long supported the mission of supporting the health and well-being well-being of Irvine residents. Irvine residents come from many different cultures and backgrounds and are thus facing unimaginable hardships related to anti-immigrant, anti-cultural actions that are taking place in our community, as well as war-related hardships that our community members are facing on a daily basis. Families are being torn apart, residents are living in fear of arrest and deportation, people are undergoing financial hardships, medical care and psychiatric care needs, students are being bullied, drug and alcohol abuse is a growing problem in schools and in our community. Irvine residents have an immediate need for Be Well support services for all ages, such as mental health, continuing care, clinical psychiatric services, hospital services, urgent care services, drug and alcohol abuse related services, and outdoor environmental healing activities and connection with other community services. And quite frankly, this is a personal issue for me. I have a disabled son who's been disabled since a baby, and he and our family, we faced a lot of sort of scary and incidents, and we could have used such support. And providing support to the opening and operation of the Irvine Be Well Irvine campus will serve to provide a supportive response to our community's urgent need for emotional and healing support. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Zaire. Thank you.
Margie Wakeham.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for this opportunity to speak on something so important, not just to the city of Irvine, but to the county. I've lived in Irvine for 55 years, maybe longer than you, Larry. I was the CEO for Families Forward for nearly 30 years. I served on the Irvine School Board for 17. I was a probation officer, little known fact. And in all of those capacities, I am painfully aware of the need for mental health services. To have this opportunity at the Great Park is unbelievable. And I want to commend the city and the Great Park Board for being so inclusive of everyone, not just Irvine, but of the county. In this particular case, being inclusive of all people to be able to access the Be Well Center is critical. And I highly support your support. I ask for your support. Please support this resolution tonight. It is life and death for many people. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your comments.
Lauren Brand.
Welcome.
Good afternoon, Mayor, Council members. My name is Dr. Lauren Brand. I'm a clinical psychologist, healthcare business leader, and I'm also an Irvine resident. I live in the Great Park area. I'm here today to support the resolution affirming the Be Well OC Irvine campus, and also to recognize the strong safety and security measures that come with the Be Well model. Irvine is known for being a thoughtful, compassionate, and forward-thinking community. Supporting behavioral health care that is well-managed and evidence-based reflects those values. The Be Well model is designed specifically to stabilize people experiencing mental health or substance use issues so that they can receive care in the right setting rather than cycling through emergency rooms, jails, or the streets, or getting nothing. The Be Well OC Irvine campus will be a professionally staffed treatment and crisis stabilization center with clear intake procedures, supervision, and structured care if operated by Be Well. The Be Well Irvine campus will have many safety features. It will include more than 400 security cameras. A client-serving building are badge and access controlled. Residential areas are gated. There is 24-hour on-site security, and each building is supervised around the clock. Movement on campus is also structured and supervised. When clients are discharged, transportation is coordinated for their next destination in a warm handoff, and they are taken to the right level of care. This approach reflects best practices in behavioral health, promoting health environments while maintaining strong security boundaries. When behavioral health is addressed in a dedicated clinical setting like this, communities actually become safer because people receive help before situations escalate. I need you, council members, to do this today. For me, for the city of Irvine, my city, for the children of our city, seniors, and all the families of Irvine. I respectfully urge you to support this resolution and affirm Irvine's commitment to a safe, responsible, and compassionate approach to behavioral health care. Thank you for your time and your service to the community.
Thank you very much for your testimony.
Rabbi Steinberg.
Welcome.
Thank you. Mr. Mayor, council members, I stand before you with gratitude for bringing this issue to the hallowed halls of this chamber. Mr. Mayor, in particular, I want to thank you for using your authority to raise this issue publicly in this forum. It means a lot, and I'm appreciative. As many of you know, I'm a congregational rabbi right here in our amazing city, a city that I cherish and only want to see flourish. And I'm also a practicing marriage-family therapist. The intersection of my two passions is found in the mental health arena. Be Well OC has built a magnificent healing center for those who suffer from mental health issues. Irvine, always forward-leaning, will lead the way again by passing this resolution in support of opening the campus ASAP and allowing Be Well to lead the charge in managing and navigating this oasis of peace for those whose lives have been anything but peaceful. This morning at the Board of Supervisors meeting, one supervisor referred to the Irvine campus as the county's house, and that it ought to be run exclusively by the county. This was not how the project was sold to the city of Irvine way back when. This resolution makes a statement, makes you all resolute, that Irvine welcomes the best and most innovative ways towards healing under Be Well's leadership in conjunction with many others. Unfortunately, due to conflicts, the campus is closed and a lot of red tape. Every day it is closed is one more day that suffering continues. The morality of this issue is crystal clear. This remarkable city of ours made bold statements by allowing UCI Health Complex to come to fruition, as it did with Hoag and Kaiser, and most recently the world's leader in cancer treatment, the City of Hope Hospital. Passing this resolution makes the statement that mental health issues are not deficiencies of the soul or character flaws. They are a result of brain disorders or trauma and a host of other causes, but no less important than cancer or any other ailments a human being faces. In my faith, the saving of another life is the highest of the commandments and supersedes all other considerations, even political pressure from others. With your vote for this resolution, you make the moral and right decision to save lives, one person at a time. Thank you all for thoughtfully approaching this very important issue. I'm personally grateful to each of you, and I humbly ask for your support. The time is now to bring solace to those who suffer in silence. The campus is built. Let the healing begin.
Thank you for your testimony.
Kayla Sotelo.
Welcome.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Mayor, Vice Mayor, and council members. My name is Kayla Sotelo, and I stand before you because this issue is deeply personal. In 2020, my sister Amber died from substance use disorder while waiting for access to a facility because she had private insurance. My mother, Karen, also struggled with addiction before she passed. My sisters and I carry a part of Amber and Karen with us always, a tattoo inspired by E.E. Cummings' poem, "I Carry Your Heart. I carry it in my heart." We owe it to her to honor her memory by ensuring that no one continues to suffer without care. Every single day matters. That's why facilities like Be Well need to be open to all, regardless of insurance type. We made a promise to our community in 2018 under an agreement intended to last 60+ years under a public-private partnership. And we must see it through. I not only have a professional stake in this, but a deeply personal one. Imagine what could have been for my mom or sister if places like this existed then. With the perinatal residential unit, a mother can not only receive substance use treatment, but also access parenting classes, wraparound services, and continuing education for her children without the fear of losing her children while she seeks treatment. It's a first of its kind delivered in this unique way, and these services can change entire generations. We need this campus open now, and I urge you to listen to the voices of those who have lost loved ones and those who fight every day to create a better future. Let me be clear, this is the community's campus. These facilities belong to real people, real individuals with real names. Amber, Karen, James, Jonathan, Christian, Roxana, my husband, who humbly serves as an Orange County Sheriff's deputy and crisis negotiator. He sees these needs for these services every single day. His own very sister, Roxana, needs access to this care, but has faced access obstacles. Let's make sure no one else has to wait. It is what our community deserves. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for your comments.
Dave Cafaro.
Welcome, sir.
Good afternoon, Mayor and Council. I'm Dave Cafaro. I'm with the Greater Irvine Chamber, and on behalf of the Greater Irvine Chamber, we believe it's imperative to open this facility as soon as possible. Irvine has become a healing and wellness epicenter. We have amazing hospitals and care facilities for just about every condition under the sun. But we currently have a gap. And as you've heard, that gap is in the behavioral health arena. But let's not misinterpret the gap as an absence of need. The need is great. In fact, in the business world, mental well-being and behavioral health have emerged as workforce essentials and economic necessities. That's why we strongly support opening this facility with an inclusive care model like Be Well's. This means hundreds of new jobs, needed jobs in Irvine in the Be Well campus. It means the broader economic benefits that go along with them. It means taking pressure off of our hospital system so that they can deliver more of the services for patients in their target service market. It means benefiting the community's workforce by providing the behavioral care necessary to treat employees in need. And it means a service delivery model that's inclusive of all people in our community. We encourage the Council to support this resolution today. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your comments.
Our next speaker is Vicki Johnson. Vicki, you may unmute your mic.
Good evening, afternoon actually. I'm Vicki Johnson. I'm looking forward to tonight's State of the City address. Congratulations on building a great city. How wonderful it would be if Irvine residents and businesses could save hundreds of dollars per year. How? By Irvine withdrawing as soon as possible from the Orange County Power Authority, which saved money for everyone.
Ms. Johnson, excuse me, this is City Clerk. We're in a special meeting regarding the Be Well campus. This is not general public comments.
Okay, all right, excuse me.
Thank you. Our next speaker is Eric Nishanian. Mr. Nishanian, you may unmute your mic.
Thank you, council members, Mayor Agron. I'm going to give you a hypothetical. Imagine Be Well's leadership was comprised of a Holocaust denier, or an anti-Semite, someone that was known. The irony is that Rabbi Steinberg would be here condemning Irvine and Be Well for getting together or trying to establish some kind of arrangement. Rabbi Steinberg is an important member of Be Well, or Mind OC, which is the backbone of Be Well. He is a genocide denier. He does not think that what occurred in Gaza is genocide, although the United Nations Human Rights Commission has condemned Israel as committing genocide. So is Amnesty International. So have other known human rights organizations. He's also a member, or was a member, of organizations like AIPAC and the Anti-Defamation League, pro-Israel lobby organizations that have a history of spying on U.S. citizens, defaming U.S. citizens, and lobbying on behalf of Israel and Turkey against the formal U.S. recognition of the Armenian genocide. All one would have to do is Google Richard Steinberg in Gaza and find two articles by Gabriel Samramon about his anti-Arab, anti-Palestinian sentiments. And yet you're sitting here talking about how this is going to be inclusive. How can it be inclusive when the membership consists of a genocide denier? The city should refrain from this resolution until the board gets rid of Richard Steinberg. It cannot be confident that this would be an inclusive treatment of mental health disorders and behavioral disorders in Irvine when one of its leaders has already demonstrated anti-Arab and anti-Palestinian sentiment here in Orange County. Thank you very much for your consideration.
And that is all, Mayor.
Thank you. That concludes our public comment. At this time, I think perhaps I'll turn to the maker of the motion as well as the second to invite any further comment. Let me, before doing that, if I might, just note for the record, we've received a letter from the County of Orange. Actually, I think there might be some value in reading the letter into the record, and then at that point, engaging in discussion here. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Dear Irvine City Council, the County of Orange wishes to inform your council of the fact that it is filing a cross-complaint against Mind OC this afternoon for the reason outlined in the enclosed press release. This information should be considered as part of the City Council's discussion of item 1.1. The County of Orange strongly supports the opening of the Be Well Irvine campus as demonstrated by the substantial financial contribution the county made to the construction of the campus, as well as its provision of the land on which the campus is located. However, the resolution as written may interfere with the county's efforts to protect taxpayers' dollars and ensure that public money goes to services for people who need them. The county largely funded the construction of the Be Well Irvine campus and owns the land on which the campus is located. The county also leased the Be Well Irvine campus to Mind OC as the publicly subsidized rate of only $1 annually to further reduce the cost of operating the Be Well Irvine campus. As the City of Irvine may know, the county terminated its master services agreement with Mind OC for the Be Well Irvine campus in December 2024 and will instead contract directly with the clinical service providers who will treat county residents at Be Well Irvine, which further reduced Mind OC's role in managing the Be Well Irvine campus. Nonetheless, despite this limited role, Mind OC seeks to charge clinical service providers who will work in the county-funded buildings rent far from above Mind OC's reasonable operating cost attributable to the Irvine campus, which the county opposes. The County of Orange, like the City of Irvine, is eager to see the opening of the Be Well Irvine campus so that residents who need affordable mental health services can access them in a state-of-the-art campus. We encourage the city to work with the county to ensure that we can provide these services to our residents. For further information, please contact Molly Nicholson, Public Information Manager, and that is all, Mayor.
Thank you. That's now part of the record, and with that, I'll turn to my colleagues. Councilmember Carroll, did you wish to speak?
Thank you, Mayor. Yeah, I could speak briefly. I guess we could start by saying, who isn't litigation but the county right now? We've been in multi-year litigation with the county over 100 acres right over there by the Be-Well, the empty Be-Well campus. The Orange County Power Authority, the two of our council members over there sit on the board, just sued the county for $1 million, and who knows what else they're in. So I'm not deterred by a letter about some litigation. I mean, you know, welcome to city agencies. One thing I do want to comment, if I could, Mayor, is, and council, is how quiet it just was. How quiet it is right at the second that I'm speaking, these moments. There was really a stillness and a quietness, and I would like everyone to contrast that with the good tidings and the good feelings that we're all going to have in about an hour and 20 minutes out there in the lobby, and all the great applause and noise and excitement we're going to hear about as the mayor talks about the city of Irvine, and contrast it with the speakers and what you heard. Margie, it's great to see Margie Wakeham. My gosh, thank you for everything you've done for decades with Families Forward. Rabbi Steinberg, Dr. Brand, Kayla, thank you, Kayla. We hear you. There you are. We hear that. You know, this isn't politics. Although 4 of us are running for office this November, not me, so I have the easy vote, right? But this is super politics. It just kind of is. This whereas clause says, while nearly 1 in 3 Orange County people who sought help or knew someone at the past year were not able to access the care they needed, and this faces all of us, if not directly, within 1 generation or 2 of family and friends. For Michael Carroll, that is a very simple story. We have a family friend, and they have a son named Mike, and it's an extremely, extremely sad story that has a decent ending. And Mike was undiagnosed as a kid and was sent to military school, and his parents are 2 of our best friends, Betty and I, and I cannot tell you what their faces looked like when they realized, after sending a kid they thought wasn't behaving well to military academy for a number of years, and then realizing that he actually had diagnosed schizophrenia, the horror that they went through, recognizing what they had put Mikey through. Mikey is thriving. He lives in a group house now, but there are years of anguish and pain and non-awareness of mental health that went on in this kid's life. I will say, thankfully, thank God, he's thriving and he lives in a group home, and I think he has a stable job. Thank you, Susan Sayer, for being Susan Sayer. We finally agree on something, Susan. That's not true. We agree on other things. But it's just really, it's just, that's it. I mean, there's really not much else to say. I urge my colleagues to vote for this. This is a pretty benign statement. This is our level of government. Forgive me, I forget the speaker, but we were sold this facility, and I toured it many years ago. And admittedly, I had issues over security before most of this council was sitting here. And I sat down with them, and I went over there, and I was concerned about Trevada. It's a 55-year-old community, and I was concerned about the 30,000 kids that are right across the street every weekend. And I'm over that, because this organization has a really critically important plan. I would be remiss, and I'll stop speaking, and I won't have anything else to say, except to say that our city has earmarked a position. Our city manager has sent a letter to the county, and it talked about the alternate provider that may exist, and I believe the city manager and the chief of our police were not exactly positive with that potential selection. And I do know that the county is responsible for the one part of the fulfillment of mental health care, which is the Medicaid fulfillment of those that do not have health insurance, a critically important part. That does take away the fact that we have many people that can pay, that afford health insurance and have plans like we here at the City of Irvine have with Blue Cross or Kaiser, to drop someone off. And I really do mean drop someone off, because for me it's a visualization thing. And I'll wrap up. It's just this, and I've said this to a number of people, which is I have this view that every day that Be-Well is not open, there's a 17-year-old young woman, or maybe a 16-year-old young man, whose parents in crisis, whose parents have no idea what to do. They may not have health insurance. They may have Blue Cross Blue Shield. They may have a platinum plan, a gold standard high deductible plan with an HSA. Every day that facility is not open, that kid is not being dropped off and being helped. So I hope my colleagues will vote for this. There's no other reason not to. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember Carroll. Councilmember Liu.
Thank you. So I have to say that I did also tour Be Well recently, and I really believe in the vision of that and knowing that there's security measures put in. Having said that, my question is, what are our rules in this? I understand that there is a current litigation ongoing, active in litigation, and as Councilmember Carroll had mentioned, who's not in litigation with the county, but that still does not change the fact that what is the actual effect of what this resolution would do to an ongoing litigation between the county and Be Well or Mind OC?
That question,
this question was
believe is directed
City
to
Attorney, yes.
Our City Attorney, Mr. Melching.
Thank you, Councilmember Liu and Mayor. Strictly speaking, there's nothing in the litigation that forbids the City of Irvine from taking a position or expressing support for one side or the other side of that litigation. And this resolution, while it has several provisions, in the end is just that. It is an expression of the City of Irvine's support and desires. It does not compromise our legal position vis-a-vis either Be Well or the county, and nor do I think it necessarily improves or hinders either of their cases in their lawsuit, although I would trust their own lawyers to make that judgment.
Okay. And I guess my other question is, I know that we got the letter and it's about the Orange campus that is in question. It's not so much the Irvine campus, right? So, I mean, I don't know enough about this right now. Would the result of this have much impact on what is happening in Irvine?
I'm afraid I don't know enough to answer your question, Councilmember Liu. As I understand it, there is a cross-complaint that that either has been or may be filed this afternoon, but in either case, I've never seen it.
Right. So in this case, what we're doing is purely speculative.
What you're doing is relatively concrete in terms of there being a resolution which expresses your support or proposes that the council express its support. It's the effect of that resolution on any pending relationships or litigation that is speculative. We don't have enough information to answer that question.
Okay. So well, I guess I can rephrase that. Is that more symbolic that we're offering moral support rather than substantive?
I'll leave it to the council to characterize the resolution. The resolution doesn't commit the city to take any specific action. It offers the city council's overall view on the role of the Be Well OC campus.
And so when I mean, I completely understand the need of having mental health support. I mean, I've had to deal with some of that as well. And, you know, everybody's, I've heard that if you only knew how many people are needing mental health support, you probably wouldn't be afraid to leave your house. But, you know, having said that, I do believe this, but would this resolution make the Irvine campus open anytime earlier or faster?
Strictly speaking, there's nothing in this resolution that would answer that question one way or the other.
Okay. I am very sympathetic of what's happening, and I do believe in the need for mental health, inclusive mental health support, and there is an urgency, but I feel like this is, you know, not our circus, not our monkey, so I don't know if it is appropriate for us to to weigh in on an ongoing litigation at this point. And especially because we're not sure if Irvine campus is even involved or will be implicated in this litigation. So I feel like maybe this is premature. This is not a question, but and I really don't know if this will be something that we should be talking about in Irvine at this point. So I don't know if I could offer a different motion at this point.
Yes, you could, if you wish.
So can I offer a motion to table this pending kind of what is happening with this new complaint that's going to get filed?
I think a motion to table is always in order, is it not? I want to just want everybody to understand. If you move to table this matter, that is not debatable. Is that correct? And we would vote on that motion immediately.
Right. I mean, just because there is a lawsuit being filed right now.
I understand.
Yeah.
Do you wish to make a motion to table?
No, I'm not. Yes. I would like to offer a motion to table this item.
Point of order. She just debated it.
It's okay.
If she gets to say that that is the case, I get to say that's not the case at all, Mayor.
All right.
Nothing to do with the litigation.
All right.
So that's my debate.
My bad then. What I stated, I should enforce. Your motion to table is in order. Would the clerk, it needs a second, I'm sorry. Is there a second? All right, the motion fails. Let me just say a word or two. I see no other requests here. This letter that came from the county, I just want to focus on the last paragraph. First of all, I thought the resolution, when it accompanied the request to put this item on the agenda by Councilmember Treseder, I thought it was an outstanding resolution. I wasn't all that familiar with the issue, but the resolution, which was quite lengthy, I thought was descriptive of the situation. And from me, at least, it elicited kind of an affirmative reaction. I felt that way when it was initially submitted, although it came in at the last minute. And then when I was asked by Councilmember Carroll to put this on for special meeting purposes, I read it over again, and it seemed to me reasonable for discussion. And now as I read the county's response here, I just want to focus on the last paragraph, very short. The County of Orange, like the City of Irvine, is eager to see the opening of the Be Well Irvine campus so that residents who need affordable mental health services can access them in a state-of-the-art campus. We encourage the city to work with the county to ensure that we can provide these services to our residents. We have before us a resolution which, as I see it, is a simple, polite offer to work with the county to ensure that we can provide these services to our residents. It's a reasonable opening of that discussion. They can, of course, if they wish, totally ignore our resolution and move ahead in whatever way they wish, but I think it's very responsible for us to adopt the resolution, engage in discussions with the county, and see if, as presented in this letter, the city and the county can work together as quickly as possible to see to it that the opening of the Be Well campus transpires. That's my comment. Anything further? Councilmember Liu, first of all, I want to ask, is there anybody else other than Councilmember Liu who wishes to comment? There being none, all right, you will have the last word, and then we'll move to a roll call vote.
Thank you. And that my worry, and let me just assure everyone that I understand the urgency, I understand the need, and like I said, I visited the campus, but my worry is that since there is something being filed as we speak, I would like to not be getting involved in an ongoing litigation at this point. So because of that, I don't think I can support this resolution, and it's not because I don't believe in the need for mental health services. I do believe in that, and it's not because I don't believe in the mission that you're carrying through. It's just the timing to me is just not the most appropriate. So because of that, I cannot support this resolution.
All right, thank you for your comment. That will be the last from the dais here. At this time, with a motion and a second properly before us, I'll ask our city clerk, Mr. Peterson, to call the roll.
Councilmember Carroll.
Yes.
Councilmember Go.
Yes.
Councilmember Liu.
No.
Councilmember Martinez-Franco.
Yes.
Councilmember Treseder.
No.
Vice Mayor Mai.
Yes.
Mayor Agron.
Yes.
Carries 5-2 with Councilmembers Liu and Treseder voting no.
Thank you all for participating this afternoon. I think that concludes our business. So at this time, this special meeting will be adjourned, and we'll take a, I guess, 5 to 10 minute break, and then reassemble for our council meeting. All right? Do we want? Oh, yes. I'll offer the motion to adjourn. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Councilmember Treseder. Would the clerk please call the roll?
Councilmember Carroll.
Yes.
Councilmember Go.
Yes.
Councilmember Liu.
Yes.
Councilmember Martinez-Franco.
Yes.
Councilmember Treseder.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Mai.
Yes.
Mayor Agron.
Yes.
Carries 7-0.
Thank you. Meeting adjourned.